Hello everyone and welcome to the map Hard Lead. Joining me here in the upper left corner of the map for today's special event, the January Viewer Challenge. The Blue Zerg drones belonging to J-Dog. And the red Zerg opponent kicking things off with a ZVZ this morning. It is Player. Me? Yes, you Player. You are the second to be introduced. What do we got going on here? The chat, yes. I will explain that momentarily. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for any players who submitted to the challenge. We have a couple on the menu for today. Alarak, if you could, be so kind. The information.
I hesitate to think what you would do without me.
Very well. The January Viewer Challenge, honoring, of course, the first holiday in the month of January, the great celebratory New Year's. Check in with this Overlord action cam, of course. I bid the challenge submitters to choose a unit in honor of this New Year's resolution, and then, as most do with their time in their lives, about halfway through, we call it the halfway point of the month, maybe 7 minutes into the match, switch because you realized your New Year's resolution was a bit too ambitious. How dare I think I could actually change anything about myself at this point in my life? So, knowing all of that, we had some chat at the start of the match here. It would appear the announcement has been done. J-Dog claims they are going to try just roaches. Player, thinking only of themselves, of course, believes that J-Dog is accusing them. Player's response, of course, to knowing your opponent's strategy, it's pretty impressive. That's a bout of honesty, I would say. Do they trust J-Dog, though? The pool was slapped down rather quickly. We're also getting a roach warren and a bane nest at the same time. They are not in the places they usually go, but we'll forgive them for that because if we look, we're going to be nice. We're going to be friendigos today. Very friendly ghosts. We're not going to blast anybody for not playing at the peak perfection. No, we're going to be polite. We're going to be professional. We're not going to lose our cool, at least until maybe the second match of the day. Okay, I cannot guarantee my calmness, my cool head forever. But I will probably have to speed this game up because, so far, neither one has really done much of anything. How is the roaches going? We got the roach warren, okay. We haven't actually made any roaches yet, though. We're getting the queens, which is, of course, allowed because you need queens for the larva functionality to exist, at all. We have some roaches on the way here. On the other side, the Overlord threatened under fire. You get them. Good job, queens. A quick lair from Player here, perhaps trying to play the tech tree at this point. The Overlord lost going to supply block J-Dog for a brief moment, who's also getting some spine crawlers. Fair. ZVZ is scary. I'm scared of ZVZ too, especially at the Ling Bane phase. But if we were having a Ling Bane game, one of these players would have been dead already, because we're past 3 minutes, okay? It's rare for a ZVZ to go this long. Burrow, you say. Burrow plus lair for roaches? Intriguing. Could this be perhaps a sneaky tunneling claws play? We're getting Bane speed and roach speed at the same time. Although, to be fair, Indigos, look, I did make both banelings and roaches, and they both need their speed upgrades. Okay. Wow, I mean, we're getting 3 hatches at once. That's pretty awesome, I would have to say. Go you for spending your money, trying to make it so you have more larvae, more bases. It is going to be tunneling claws. Ooh, sneaky roaches. J-Dog coming in with ninja roaches here. Very nice. This does beg the question. I don't think anyone actually asked me when the challenge was given forth regarding Zerg units. Oh, we just passed the 7-minute mark, by the way. Big threshold. We'll have to see. There should be no more roaches made at this point because we realized our New Year's resolution was abandoned. And the choice is going to be a Spire follow-up here. Okay. While the ninja roaches make their way across to the other side of the map. I'll get back to my point about Zerg units in a minute. Once we see the beauty of this success, the roach is going to spring forth from the creep-covered ground, immediately pick off the queen, go for the drones. The Ravagers will still hurt the roaches, in case you didn't know that. Biles still hurt burrowed units. No overseers yet. Oh, we're panic morphing. They're a little far away, though. The army units actually keeping tabs on where the blue roaches are going. Whew, that's a mess. The drones are in there too. I think player just kind of boxed everything. Workers lost in favor of J-Dog. Resources lost slightly in favor of J-Dog. And getting out right as the overseers show up. I'm going to say that was a pretty solid move. I think the tunneling claws roaches was a good surprise. Well done. Speed this up a little bit again. The realistic choice of unit for J-Dog here, once we've given up that hopeful, ambitious resolution, is going to be Mutas. The Mutmuts. The Mutalisk. It goes by many names, of course. The Zerg Flap. Yes, undoubtedly. Adorable little creatures. How will they fare, though? We know player has Hydralisks. They have 9 Hydras out on the map. The Mutas, not actually going anywhere. No, not really. Okay, we're just gonna chill. That's fine. Indigos, they say you're supposed to just build up your army. There's a little tip on the loading screen. It says, usually the larger army wins, right? Spend your resources, spend your money. So why shouldn't I just get to 200 supply? And I say, that's really fine. I can't really argue it, especially if you're someone who's still, getting comfortable with the game, figuring out the nuances, the details. I would say good on you. Get those bases up, get that economy. They're both up to almost 60 drones. If I were watching this as a coach, from a coaching perspective, I would say, hey, you've got some great fundamentals here. Got some solid core mechanics. Player here is going for a little bit of a hodgepodge of an army composition, though. Like, also, Holy Ravager. Batman, 14 Ravagers. I can't argue it. Ravagers are nice, sure. We'll see how the battle actually goes. I'm not sure player knows about the Mutas, and at this point, it's a lot of Mutas. We've got over 30 Mutalisks. The Hydras should be the focal point. That looks like the Mutas are going after the Hydras. They will pick them all off. The Ravagers going to stare angrily at the Mutas as they get harassed from above. The army not quite sure what to do. What would you do in this situation, Indigos? I'm being attacked by Mutas from above. Simple. Split the army. Cut it into thirds. Put a third into each of your opponent's bases, I say. Mutas, they may be fast, they may be scary, but they can still only be in one place at once. Gonna head up into the main base. The Ling's going to start to ravage the lair. Go for the drones. Ooh. The Mutas will reign supreme over the army, though. Come back for the defense. And at the end of the grisly battle, we are still over 30 Mutalisks. I say go. It is go time. The Spire still lives. We can have our fleshy sky swarm here. We're going to ignore most of the units underneath. I take it back. The Roaches even come back to stare angrily and try and insult the Mutas as they die. The Mutas will absolutely crush this. There's really no hope here. I mean, they've 14 Hydras, they've got 1-1, but it's just too many Mutas. At this point, you would have needed something like Infestors for Fungal, you would have needed Vipers for Parasitic Bomb, one of the two, really. Plus the Hydras. Or maybe a dozen Spore Crawlers, that's also an option. The Mutas will reign, though. Rain destruction, okay. This player, GG, will be called, will be thrown out. J-Dog is the victor of the first match, successfully meeting the challenge's requirements, building only roaches for the first 7 minutes of the match. Actually using the roaches in a very clever combat tactic, I must say, and switching into their more realistic, honest choice of Mutalisks. A perfect example of the challenge. Thank you so much for the submission, J-Dog. Well done, and a GG well earned. See, I can be friendly. I don't have to always be rude. Onwards now to the second match of the day. For the second match of the day, we find ourselves on the map Hecate, the red Zerg player, already complaining about Terran. It is, try, die again. I'm going with. And the blue Terran agreeing with the complaining Zerg. Of course, Terran's OP. It is Remedy. I'm sorry, what? So Terran is so OP, says try, I will call. Yes, of course, nowadays it seems like Ling run by strats are the only play. Ooh, we need a little censorship already. Perfect. Bro, we're bronze. Are you bronze? I kinda doubt. Oh, I'm typing in here. I was trying to see the APM. Remains to be seen. I'll make the judgment call. Or Muta Harass, but my Muta Harass is trash, says Try. Well, at least you know your limitations. Way to be honest with yourself. I'm a try-hard bronze, they say. We shall see what is going on here. 2 drones. You can tell it's 2 drones. Just look at the little flaps on the side. It is 2 in there. The claws, too. They keep kind of going in and out of each other. Lined up almost perfectly. What are you doing here? And also, we must take note of the chat. If Try is the submitter of the replay here, it would appear the choice is either Ling or Muta, based on the announcement made. Oh, the door is shut. The drones go after the Marine. The proxy hatch attempt will fail, it would seem. The Marine gets 2 drone kills. He's already going to get a medal. That wasn't nice, says Try. It's true, not everybody can be as nice as me. Obviously. I was trying to proxy hatch. Okay. You get points for honesty, right? We're getting Zergling speed, which means I'm guessing... Yeah, a second announcement about Zerglings. I'm guessing the unit of choice, the resolution choice that we're trying to be ambitious about, is Zerglings. Specifically Zergling run-bys. I did not ask people to get specifics with their strategies, just the units of choice, just the unit compositions. We'll speed this up a little bit while things heat up, and more than just the chat, of course. Are you two actually bronze? I'm gonna go with no. We wouldn't actually be seeing any true bronze players, because a true bronze player may not know how to get to a replay, may not know how to submit a replay. Those are the true bronzes. When you say, well, have you looked at your replays? And they go, and you have to try and explain what a replay is to them. That's the replay you want. But we sadly can't get those. Based on the chat, the APMs, the general buildings structure here, the placement, the ideas going on, I'm going to guess both of these players are roughly platinum. Probably high plat, though. Plat 1. Oh my gosh, the stutter step. Okay. Yeah, stutter stepping like a god. Oh no, try. Don't give them too much credit. They are probably still platinum. They focus more on this than actually making anything. If you look at the production tab. Oh, look at the supply block. We are so supply blocked. No, we spend more time watching Clem and Byun play, and they go, oh, they do the thing with their Marines. That must be the key. That must be how they're winning. I'm sorry. That was a little much. Need to rein it back. Indigos. Yes. We got Burrow. Nice. Using the Zerglings to block potential third CC. This is a little bit of a commitment, though. The 7-minute threshold has come. We have a minor drop here. What happened here? Was it Widow Mines? It was 2 Widow Mines happened here. Okay, definitely slow it down. Let's take a look at what's going on here. We broke the portraits in the game, but that's fine. The Widow Mine. Oh, one of them's gonna burrow. It detonates on the Zerglings, though. Drone losses appeared to be minimal. Only 4 drones, and 2 of them died at the very start of the match. So I'm gonna say that was a pretty good trade for the Zerg player. Slight supply block. Ooh, actually, hard supply block. There's no OVs in production. Ouch. Well, if we start killing off our drones making spores, it's fine, right? That's the option. You can build more, or just lose units. That's another option, I suppose. The coin flip. No landing there, boss. Marines out on the map. Gonna quickly vanquish the Overlord. We have passed the 7-minute threshold. And we're making a Roach Warren. But also a Hive. An intriguing choice. I wonder what the unit of choice will be. I'm hoping it's a Hive unit. I'm hoping we get something like Ultras. Vipers. Wouldn't that be fun? I doubt anybody's ambitious enough to go for Vipers in this challenge, though. You probably want something that actually has an attack. An Ultraless Cavern. Okay. There's hope. Why the Roach Warren, though? Like, just a fake? Just a fake Roach Warren? I don't know. We're still making Zerglings, which I suppose I will honor. I made roaches. Oh, they were trying to make a baneling nest. Stellar. Stellar work, absolutely. Scan onto the base we've already landed. Perfect. Perfect. Let's speed this up a little bit again. We had the drop. Made things exciting for a minute, though. Ha! No lings there, my friend. We are making Ultras. Ultralisk, the unit of choice for the post 7-minute challenge threshold. Still seeing some Zerglings around, though, and some Banelings being made, but as I said, I'm Friendligos today. Very friendly. The choice to leave one burrowed. I love it. Marines, stim everything. Everybody stim. Get the Zerglings. We're going to make the medevacs earn their little overtime pay today, huh? The Ultralisks starting to hit the field. We've got 4. We've got chitinous plating on the way. Now, Ultralisks are actually really good against Marines. Against Marine tank, Ultralisks is a solid choice. Because the Marines, they don't deal very high damage. Low damage point. Which means they're vulnerable to armor, which is an absolutely absurd statement. Are you making more Zerglings? You're supposed to give up the New Year's resolution. I suppose it's fine. I will allow it. This match is probably quite the blood pressure raiser for you both. I will forgive it. I don't know what they just shot. Tried to get the Ultra. The Marine's gonna be slaughtered. If only they had anabolic, the speed boost, anabolic synthesis. I forget what the actual name of it is. The CC's going to be landed. The tank will commit the CC over on the far side. Going to be canceled or destroyed. The Lings flank. Go for the siege tank. Looks like they are not going to get it. 3 health on the siege tank. Oh my word. The Ultras finish the job. Start trying to get on top of the Marines. The speed boost is finished. It's coming in handy. And everything is cleared. The Ultras, there's 1 Marine in a medevac. Timmy, always not helping out. Always too scared of the big bad Zerg. Ultralisks. Thank you for making Ultralisks. This is quite nice. I'm pleased. Quit making Zerglings, though. You're supposed to forget your New Year's resolution. What are you one of those people? You're like, I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to go to fitness. You do it diligently for like 2 weeks. And then it's like, oh, okay, maybe like only once a week. Okay, maybe I'll go like once a month. Maybe you're one of those people. Maybe that's how you treat your New Year's resolution. Your Terran opponent, though, is making a fusion core. So you're on a bit of a timer here. We have Liberators coming out. Banshees are an option. Battle Cruisers are an option. And all of the above is pretty rough for Ultralisks to deal with. So I think it might be time to try and close this gambit, if possible. The Ling Ultra. Look, I made big Lings. What are Ultras if not just bigger, hungrier Zerglings, right? CC's still alive, still intact, getting a bit bruised. Battered, though. The Banes, if only they had Baneling speed. Lings, not going to connect with the workers. They might get the bunker, though. Some reinforcements coming from the top side. The Banes will connect with the Marines. Where is your godly stutter step now, Remedy? We were actually producing. We were macroing, which means everything else fails. The Liberators raining down some freedom from above, though. Oh, God. One more step. No, he goes the other way. Try had them selected, too. He was ready. He was waiting. Ling's gonna get that CC burning. Still not an orbital. Still not a planetary. Still not repaired, even. I like the action in this game. How's our production? We've pretty much given up on the Ultras, which makes me a little sad, but as I said, this game is probably quite heated for you both. Right, there's some measure of forgiveness here. Are you trying to lure him down the ramp? Oh my gosh. He's not taking the bait. Oh, the siege tank. The friendly fire. Did you just give it away? I saw a Bane explosion from that tank shot. That would have tipped me off. Like, oh, something's not quite right here. Ling's instead wrapping around at the 15-minute mark. We finally let out a heavy sigh. We're just making a bunch of Zerglings, though. Ugh. Go for the siege tank. We're getting +1 melee. The liberators halting the progress. He got him. The Baneling hit. It's successful. The Zerglings will make their way into the natural now. Ultra's hitting the production tab yet again. I'm sure Remedy's got to be feeling it. Oh, the stress, the tension. The CC was actually repaired. Looks like the Zergling's still going to do some damage to the SCVs. Meanwhile, some more Ultras on the way here. More command centers. Quite a good battle between you two, might I say. Definitely platinum, though. 100% platinum. Like Plat 1, though. Give him the benefit. Siege tanks set up. Decent spread across the high ground here. Zerglings not finding a whole lot of openings. Got to get it done with Zerglings and Ultras, apparently, though. That's what we're sticking with. You have rally points. You know you can set rally points, right? You take your hatcheries. If you click the minerals, it does the drone rally. If you click somewhere else, it does everything else rally. Ultras don't have to just sit at the hatchery. They can actually go somewhere. So, what rank are you really? Plat 1, Diamond 3. Okay, try. Sticking with the honesty, always a bonus point in my book. The Ultras get up the high ground here, connect with the SCVs. That's a lot of Marines, but Marines are not really the best choice against a lot of Ultralisks. The Liberators haven't moved, forgotten how to unsiege them. You gotta admire the planetary fortress in the middle of nowhere. Liberators dealing some heavy damage, but not before the Ultras actually get on top of the Marines. Oh, I think the Terran's fine. Oh, the Terran is so not fine. The Ling's at third base, clearing out the SCVs. The depot wall is not a wall. Oh, it's a disaster. The Terran player undoubtedly furious at this development. The siege tanks committing more harm than help with the friendly fire here. The depot wall, wall, of course, not proving very successful. Oh, it's a tough one. This is a struggle for them both. Resources lost heavily in favor of the Terran, though. Workers killed, though. You have killed 59 SCVs. The Terran player, it's starting to feel it. He's running out of money. The main's completely mined out. The natural, almost there. And both of the outlying bases have been harassed and harried extensively. That's a burrowed Ultra. The CC might burn down. The hit at the other base, now the burrowed Ultra is going to deny the base, and Remedy just decides it's not worth it. I'm gonna just tap out. The Zerg player, I'm calling with. Trying very hard to make it work with Zerglings and Ultras. I will honor the submission, despite the abundance of Zerglings made after the 7-minute mark. It was a very entertaining match, a beautiful melody of chaos and destruction. Thank you for the submission. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in future challenges and taking them on for your own, potentially submitting an entertaining match, check out the Discord in the link in the description below. And lastly, do not forget to have a great day.